to share a very interesting fact about me. I don't know if it's what other people experience as well, which is no matter the only reason why I want to eat a food is when I don't remember what it tastes like anymore, no matter if it's good or bad. Well, if I remember that it's bad, I think I wouldn't want to taste it. But if I remember it's good, and I can still remember what it tastes like, I wouldn't want to eat it. I don't care about eating it. Which is really interesting. But if I remember it's good and I don't remember what it tastes like anymore, that's when it really draws me. Even I think when something tastes just so, not bad, I don't remember it to be bad, just so, but I can't remember what it tastes like anymore, I would still want to eat it. But it's not like if it's something's good and I remember what it tastes like and it's right in front of me, I wouldn't want it. But it's really like this, that I don't remember exactly what it tastes like. And if I remember it's good, then it becomes very, 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 very appealing. I would want to eat it very much. As long as I don't have any negative memory about it, and if I don't remember what it tastes like exactly, exactly, you can exactly imagine what it tastes like exactly, not just abstract, but exactly. Like one of my favorite foods would be salmon sushi with just salmon raw and rice, sushi rice, and dipped in soy sauce and wasabi. And I had a lot of it, and right now I can imagine exactly what it's like. So I don't feel the desire to eat it. Not that if it's accessible, I can eat it right now, I wouldn't eat it. I would, but not that I would go out of my way to get it, especially if it costs. But it doesn't appeal to me in that way. But I feel more curious about eating tuna, because I didn't like it, but I didn't have any negative memory about it. I just remember I didn't specifically like it, but it's not like I hated it. But because I didn't have a lot of it, so I don't remember what it's like. So I feel more curious about eating it more than what I already know to be my favorite, which is salmon sushi. I feel like trying tuna more. But if they were both in front of me, I would have both, no doubt. Because I already know salmon to be good. But I will definitely try tuna. I think it's so interesting. I don't know if it's the same about everybody else. When I don't remember the taste of something, I'm reminded of this because of the instant noodles I got. They come in different flavors. I tried them all and I didn't like any of them. Like I didn't like any of them. I didn't dislike them. They're neutral to me. They're nothing delicious. That's what I remember. And I don't want to cook, so I glanced into my cupboard and I look at them, and I decided which one I wanted. I didn't want any of them except for this one, whose flavor I have not a concrete memory of, because it's kind of something not so outstanding like it would make you remember it immediately. So I want to try it again. I had 2 packs of it. I still don't remember exactly what it's like, if you ask me. It's a very abstract memory. But the rest of them, I remember them. I remember them very clearly because they have this very identifying traits to their flavor. So I don't want to have them. Like, I know what they're like and I don't like them. I don't want them. But this one I also didn't like equally, I think. I don't remember what it's like clearly. Because it has a very not distinguishing, is that the right word? Taste. Distinctive. What's the right word? And I want it Now, also maybe because this color looks really like my favorite color. You guess my favorite color. You can never guess it. I have to tell you, you can never guess it. And yeah, if you guess it, that would be really, really extraordinary. You guess it, not that I have told you before. I don't think I've, yes, I think I've mentioned it in my previous video. I'm gonna cook it now. I think it's a very, very interesting fact because I don't know if other people are like this. Really, are you like this too? This is just so interesting about me. Oh my god, I'm gonna share with ChatGPT to see if other people are like this too, or if it's just me. More translations from my writings from 10 years ago. Real-time translation while I'm reading the writing in the original language. A tender child, smiley face like a flower, drifting in lukewarm water. Let me carrying the same gentle and bright heart, smiling, walking towards you. Like a God that just picked up a tiny flower. I see I see supple and soft, clear light and shadows between leaves. Eternity and moments grow, intricating. Eternity and moments grow into each other. I see a simplicity. Crystal that crystallizes into shiny and tender universe in radiant light. Oh, that is love. It is smiling, yet without a trace, using its unsearchable meaning. To converge all the billows of waves finally into eternity, eternal peace. The eternity of peace. This night will extend eternally. In the middle of the journey, I will meet with you. Next one. I still can write and sing. I am still me. You still can read my poetry. Sometimes the sun shines and radiates at the corners of my eyes without me knowing until afterwards. In the sun,
there is a tender and bright watercolor painting. I am in the painting, watching feathering or converging colors, billows of waves surging, light and shadows, beautiful. And jumbled. I'm entangled in messy lines and floating colors. Gazing around at the radiant light in the distance, throwing at me resplendency, throwing at me resplendence, not resplendence. In silence, magical music sounded gradually. Smiles floated up at the corners of my mouth, my lips, without me knowing. I'm thinking if I die one day, well, I hope I don't die without giving these notebooks to someone that can actually read in both languages. Because the stuff I write in English, I did write in English, but my English was shitty back then, so I didn't write anything in English. Really, everything I wrote in English was not poetic, was more just also with a lot of grammatical errors and not poetically profound or not poetic at all. So if someone that could read in my mother language would get hands of my notebooks, that would be great. Because I can't have written all of them without them ever read by someone that can understand not just the language, but also the poetry itself. And it takes great effort for me to translate. I had to use ChatGPT. I couldn't translate the things because I still like to invent words, which sometimes is translatable, untranslatable, even harder to understand for someone who speaks my language, but if they are not into reading, they wouldn't understand some words that I write because I invent them. And I put, it's really easy to invent words in my language. It's different from English. In English, you literally invent a whole new word when you invent new words. But in my language, you just put two different characters together, kind of like putting two words together, and then you make a new word, which is much easier to understand and much easier to do and understand. And I would say much more freedom in writing and much more poeticness as well. So nowadays I also still write, well, my English still sucks when it comes to literature. I have a very, again, shallow vocabulary. Like my English is just good enough for daily conversations. When it comes to deeper things, when it comes to writing or reading, I was reading a novel in English, and every 2 sentences carried at least one word that I had to look up the meaning of, because I didn't understand, because they are not daily vocabulary. They're not within daily vocabulary, and it's a shame that English isn't my mother language. Otherwise, I would be able to write in English. I don't know. I can see how I was profoundly spiritual in a way, even 10 years ago, which was long before the word spirituality or the world of spirituality overlapped with mine. That's when if you told me about spirituality, I don't know about it when I was 16, but I know when I was 19, if you told me about spirituality, I just despised it all. I just hope that if someone would get their hands on my notebooks after I die, I want them to not read anything that I wrote in English, because they suck. Please don't read them. I can't even read them now. Except for some ones. Okay, some are okay, but most... In fact, some are really nice, like this one here. I don't know. I can try to read it. It's actually a poem. It's not something that I told you about. That was not about poetry. It was more just thoughts. This is an actual poem. Actually, I like this one. I remember this one is one of my favorite. But I don't know if today I would still like it. Here it goes. One day I wanted suddenly to write and appreciating something, for eulogizing and appreciating. So I dressed myself in a long black robe, walking out along the side of the road, looking around from time to time. It seemed that I was searching for something, while there seemed to have been an answer inside already. For my eyes were actually careless, but the shine of them never decreased. For a long time, I'd walked and seen, while what I only really remembered more than anything else, more than others, was the green, like water drops, vines flourished, poured out of the thick trees behind the road, like waterfalls. Just like that, I wondered and wondered, while there seemed to have been an answer inside already. A gentle, cool draft of wind floated and blowed straight to my face. I had a dream that maybe in which there you were, right in front, with brilliant, bright smile all over your face, with hands full of gentle, soft, melting light or flames, sunshine or something flourishing out from behind you. Who are you? I asked in a low but clear voice, like poetry floating on the surface of water. From the stable darkness, smiling, however. There was, what was it? There was a series of tiny active flames jumping and passing through my eyes, evidently in the very silence, like shadows. You didn't answer, of course, but sang a song out of the void silence. Oh, in fact, I wrote a translated version. I think I first wrote it in English and then I translated it. And I really like this one. I still like it. Well, yeah, so then maybe you can read the stuff I wrote in English if you got your hands on my notebooks, which is what I cannot. I was reading Tagore, that poet, a lot when I was back then. So I kind of picked up his style a little. Maybe if you're familiar with him, you would have noticed it. You would know what I'm talking about. And I still like him, still. It's been 10 years, and as if I have not changed. But I have changed. A lot of things I wrote back then that were about the way I saw the world, I totally disagree. And I feel very cringy because of some things I wrote. Well, it's understandable. It was 10 years ago. I mean, I was just a teenager, and yeah, I didn't know the world. I never entered the world. I was still in school. I didn't know what the world was like at all. I'm just gonna go out and take my last walk today. Made another tune. Dun da da, dun da da, dun da da da, da da da, da da da, dun da da, dun da da, dun da da da. I can't stay long because I have a bag of frozen things. Need to go home. But I never seen this before. You are so amazing. Can I touch you? You look so soft. I thought it was soft, but it's hard. Shit, I thought it was soft. It's hard. I'm sorry I startled you. You are a big butterfly. You're one of those giant butterflies. Holy shit, it's hard. I thought it was soft. It's hard. Can you believe it? Have I always been wrong? I thought all of these were soft. They look soft. Aren't they soft? They are all hard. What the hell? But I can tell like this one is hard because that really startled me. I thought it was gonna feel very soft, like a meaty feeling. I really startled you. I'm so sorry. I can tell if I look closer, man, I can see that it is hard. Look at its structure. You're gonna turn into a giant butterfly. I know, these are butterflies. What are they caught before they turn into butterflies? I really thought it was... Well, there were other ones, they were soft, like the smaller ones. Today is extremely beautiful. And, very beautiful. Wow. Well, I feel like it's heaven here. If it's already good, this good, heaven would be much better. Heaven would be unbelievable. I once saved another one of those worms. That one was soft. That one was like 10 times smaller. It was floating in the air. It was flying in the air, connected by only a thread with the tree. I think because it's kind of like spiders. It would have silk coming out of its butthole. Maybe it's not a butthole. And it was because it was so small and so light, so thin, it was floating in the air. It couldn't land on anything. It was just floating in the air because there was a small draft of wind. It just was floating, dangling in the air. So I was thinking whether to save it because it looked, this kind of worms, they kind of look like they could be poisonous. So I kind of hesitated, but I let it land on my finger. As soon as I touched it with my finger, it grabbed onto my finger immediately. What a pretty little precious thing. It was just a white worm. Those worms, like that one, but it was soft. That one was soft, completely soft, which I was expecting when I was touching the big one just now. But it was hard as a hard
bug with shell. You can feel it had shell rather than it was just meat, flesh. It had shell. I never thought they would. Never thought they had the shells like that. And then that little worm was much smaller, about this length, about 1 millimeter in diameter, or 2, very thin, small. And it was crawling on my finger. I immediately put it onto a leaf because I was starting to panic, because I would never have insects on my body, very rarely back then, which was probably almost half a year ago. And I put it on the leaf on one of a bush like this. But then I thought maybe it didn't want to be there. What if it wasn't the right place for it to be? So I decided to pick it up again using another leaf. So it would crawl onto the leaf, and I just lifted it up and put it on a tree again because it came from the tree. So I thought if I just put it back onto the tree, it would know where to go again. I put it on the tree. It kept climbing. It kept crawling on the tree non-stop, as if it knew where it was going. It was never hesitating for a second, always moving forward. So I just stood there and watched it. It was so small, but I could spot it every time I lost it. I could just find it again, even when it was behind a leaf, when I couldn't see it anymore directly. I could see its little shadow behind the leaf moving forward. It was so cute. I think I stood there for like at least 15 minutes, 20 minutes just to watch it going on, because I wanted to see where it would go eventually, but it was kind of small, so it was really fast, but it was still very small, so pretty slow its progress. And there was not a small tree, so I didn't stand there until the end, but I stood there for like 20 minutes. I think that was long enough. And I want to tell you another thing, which is this specific type of wasp. I think it's called potty wasp or something like that, because what it would do when they lay eggs, they would build a little pot, a little cave, a little, how do you call it, a little house with mud. I think it's called muddy pot wasp, because it would build a little building, with a very small building right here on my balcony. That day I saw it. The wasp mother was building a little building. I don't know how to call it, with a hole on it eventually, because in the beginning I didn't know what it was. I was just sitting there on the couch. I just kept hearing this buzzing sound. I didn't know where it came from. So I kept looking until I saw, okay, that's the bug right outside my balcony. And the sound was just, it was buzzing, as it was flying. And let me see my eggs, if they're broken. It's my first time buying eggs after months. I didn't buy eggs for months. Can you imagine that? And because I was really giving up, because I couldn't find any other protein sources other than tofu. I was getting sick of tofu, and I think that was just sad. I didn't want to continue to eat like that, just eating bean products, beans and just tofu. That's just not enough for me. So I was getting sick of it. Not getting sick of it, but I'm just starting to feel sad about my diet. And I know that if I'm feeling sad about something, it means that thing isn't right. So I gotta change. So I decided to have eggs or something. I felt a very strange feeling of, resonance or alignment when I finally decided to get some animal products, cooking products, not like cooked. I would get animal products that are already processed without me needing to cook it. Sounds a little bit of off key. I don't know, maybe I am wrong. Like this string is a little bit lower than correct. If a spider doesn't want you to touch them, which is always the case, you can never touch them unless they touch you, unless they jump on you, because they have 360 degree vision. They can see above and behind them, maybe not below. I don't know. There's nothing below them anyways. Just the ground. You're walking towards me. Oh, you're itchy. Do they feel itchiness? The insects. I'm curious. Do they feel itchiness? Like mammals, birds do. What about the sea creatures? Like the shrimps, do they feel itchiness? That's just so interesting. I think also because they have this thin fur covering their body that can feel your hands before your hands actually touch their body. They touch the fur first. I can never touch you. You never would let me. Ever. Never. You can never touch a spider. Never. You can never pet them. Ever. Look, it can always dodge me. Always. No matter how close I get. No matter how still it is. It always dodges me. Always. The only way to touch a spider is from underneath it. When it jumps on you, you can touch its little feet when it walks on you. But you can never pet their head. Ever. Wow. That's about these small spiders. I don't know about the giant spiders. I've never seen one. There's so many spider webs here. Can you see? I see at least 5 different tracks. It means at least 5 spiders walked over here. Well, maybe not within today. Look, it never lets me. Ever. Ever. I thought I was gonna succeed. I thought I was gonna get it. But where is it? Where are you? Where did you go? Here. Now the sun's coming up. My phone completely black in my eyes. I can't see anything on the screen. Ooh, I touched a little bit of its hind legs. It feels hard. I actually am grateful that you don't let me touch you, because I would panic if you actually let me touch you. I would be able to feel you. I don't know if I would like it. I can totally imagine. Now that I touched a little bit of its legs, it felt hard. Just like that worm. Was it even a worm? Or do you call that a worm? Yes. Even though it was hard. I never knew that they could be hard. So maybe that one wasn't going to turn into a butterfly. Or maybe I've been ignorant all this time. I didn't know that they are actually hard. And that one really looked soft to me. It looked super soft. That's why I wanted to touch it. If I knew it was hard, I wouldn't want to touch it. Which I learned, obviously. And the spider, I thought it was going to be kind of, oh, look at ya, hi, cutie baby. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Look at your eyes on your head. You always dodge me. Oh, wait. Why aren't you scared of me? Oh, you're holding a little bug. Is that a tiny spider that you're eating? It's a tiny thing you're holding underneath your mouth. I didn't see it the whole time. The spider has something to eat. Maybe that's why it's... All the spiders here are completely well fed. They are very, very well fed. There's so many ants here, man. They can just... Oh man, they don't have to do anything here, the spiders. They just have to sit here. And then the ants would run into them. The ants are really, really, I don't know. They never dodge from predators, ever. I don't see an ant trying to dodge, trying to, walk, bypass a predator. They just walk straight into their face. That's what I've seen. That's what they are. And then the remaining of them. There's so many insects here. Small. They're all small, which is to my greatest surprise. I've not seen a big, giant insect here ever. Except for that one I showed you. They're extremely rare. That one in a different video had an iridescent, is that the right way to say the word? Wings. It was black and iridescent wings. It was dying, I think. It was a giant, I don't remember what it was. Like a giant fly. Like this big, remember? It was so big I didn't dare to approach it in the beginning, but I kind of saved its life, or the rest of its life, which was not much left, by using the stick to stick it to let it climb to what's the word for this? To push, to sweep. It's under the coconut tree from the road, so that nobody would step on it. Here is a tiny weevil. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. But basically, this kind of insect have very long nose.
long noses like this one here. Very cute. And they all can fly, right? They are beetles. I think all beetles can fly, is that right? Oh, look at you, wiggle wiggle. Wiggle wiggle when you walk. They're so amazing. The tiniest type would live in, would look just like this, but black, and they eat rice. They're called rice elephants because they have very long noses here in my country. Wow, your color completely blends in with the ground, which isn't even natural part of nature. It's man-made floor. Ground, not floor. You're so fast. Little bug, can I pet you? They have very big eyes. You're so cute the way you walk. Come on, take a break. I have to be walking with you. I want to see a giant weevil, which I have seen. I have made a video about it. It was really, really gorgeous, miraculous. I didn't know it was called a weevil. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right. I pet it. And again, it is hard. It doesn't feel soft at all. But the big one I told you, I'm telling you about this big. Not big at all, but a very medium-sized insect. That one looked soft because it was covered in fur. And it looked like as if it was wearing sweaters. It was wearing sweater, and it was hot. It was in the middle of July or something. I was thinking, aren't you hot wearing sweater? I was hot as hell, and it was wearing sweater. I was thinking, aren't you hot? It was so beautiful. It had a very long nose. In the beginning, I didn't know where its eyes were located until I realized it was at the end of the nose. I think it's extremely cute that they have such long noses. Like the elephants. Ooh, you stopped? You stopped to let me pet you. Oh, you did you see that? It tipped over and then oh my god. If you get onto the white, we can see you better. Oh, look at you. Wiggling your body. People would think I'm nuts. But the good thing is I look like a teenager. So they think I'm just a kid here doing something. Doing kid stuff, even though I am an adult. I don't remember how old am I. Sometimes I get a little confused. Wow, the bug let me pet. The bug literally sits completely still and let me pet. I don't know if it's scared right now. If it's scared, it would fly away, wouldn't it? Maybe it enjoys. Do you enjoy it, little bug? How are you feeling right now? Am I startling you? Or are you enjoying it? Are you getting scared? Because they don't have any facial expressions. You don't know what they're. I think it's not scared. It looks pretty relaxed to me. A bug, when it's startled, it would move it would charge, right? It would charge. This one still looks very relaxed. Let me pet. You are so amazing. Had I known that you would let me pet, I would pet that one, a big one. My biggest regret in my whole life is I didn't pet that one. Because I was scared. What if they would fly around? Well, you feel different than the worm that I pet. You feel rough. That one felt smooth, as you could tell. It had a smooth shell. This one doesn't have smooth shell. You look a little bit like that one. The big weevil that I've been talking about. Or maybe I'm pronouncing the word wrong the whole time. It looks completely relaxed. The bug looks completely relaxed. Maybe it was just confused because nobody in nature would touch it so gently without hurting it. So it was just confused. What is this touching my back? Normally it would be a bird and it would just eat you altogether. Nobody would touch you like that in nature. Ooh, just now it was startled. Did you see it? It was startled a little. It kind of jumped. I like to watch scaredy people and animals, like when you all of a sudden scare them and they jump. I don't know, that always makes me laugh to death. My favorite one used to be this. I don't know, I think people wouldn't find it funny, but I would. Oh, the sky is so beautiful. Anyway, I'm telling you this because I started it. I'm gonna finish it. It was just a dad, I think, sleeping in bed. And then maybe it was just a random guy, and then his friend brought a giant speaker to put on the bed without waking him up, and all of a sudden played loud music. And then he just jumped. You just jumped. It's funny. It's funny because he was asleep and all of a sudden he jumped very high. Not standing, just sitting. I don't know. I felt like his whole body alleviated. Like a cat, when you scare a cat. It would feel like it all of a sudden floated into air. I know it's not funny because if somebody does that to me, I would not speak to them anymore. But it's just so funny to watch. I was joking, but I wouldn't want that. I don't like to be scared, not at all. I don't like when I'm being scared. It's not funny. Like, I don't even like it when you hide behind a door and scare me when I pass through. I don't like how that feels, the rush of fear in you, right? I don't like how that feels. But when I watch this
Unfortunately, this kind of video, I can't search for them because normally, they would contain literally really scary things, like really creepy mask or really creepy, just creepy stuff. That's just for fun, for pranks, but still creepy to me. So I don't want to watch, for example, some really scary shit thrown onto the table to scare you, something like that. I don't like that. I mean, that would still make me laugh, but also if it's too scary, it would scare me more than making me laugh. But that one was my favorite. I didn't save the video. It's a shame, otherwise I'd be playing it for you. Maybe I can search for it, actually. I'm gonna search for it. Guy, well, we're waking up by loudspeaker. It was so funny. He was sleeping sound asleep. And then there are many ants here, and you would think if you put your foot here, you get them all on your feet, on your foot. But that is not the case. Because I just put my foot there without knowing that there are ants here. When I saw the ants, I immediately lifted them. I put it here for 5 minutes. And then not a single ant got onto my foot. We have such rational beliefs about insects. We think they're just these, I said irrational, not rational. We think they're just maniacs. They would just try to get onto us and eat us. We have such irrational fears and beliefs about them. They are very, very spiritual beings. They don't have individualized minds. They don't have individualized selves. They're connected directly to nature without any filter of the mind. They don't get onto your foot. Maybe one will, just one. Like I put my foot here, and they won't get onto my foot because I just did for 5 minutes. Not a single ant got onto my foot. It's different though. Some ants are different. Most ants are banal. Some ants are aggressive. But even the aggressive ones, I think, oh my god, there's so many here. Shit. The aggressive ones will only get aggressive when you provoke them. Like if you just put your foot there without hurting anyone, I think they wouldn't be just start to attack you. They only attack you when they feel threatened, obviously. And they are very rare, I think. There are not many. I've never been attacked by insects. You might just talk about mosquitoes. They don't attack you. Mosquitoes, they do that because for a living. That is not aggression. That was just what they do. That's what they do for a living. They have to stay alive by drinking from you. In fact, the mosquitoes, they look the most gentle when they fly. They're so slow. And before they bite you, they always come to your ear to tell you, be careful, here I come. They're so slow, you can catch them so easily. They're so slow. Imagine if they were as fast as flies. You could never catch them. But you can never catch them flies with your hand. Unless you know how to do it. The mosquitoes, they're so slow. You just need to force them to a corner and they won't be able to escape anymore. They're so gentle. Doesn't mean that I won't kill them if they wake me up at night, which has never happened, ever. But just to tell you that you don't have to hate them.
like when they're not bothering you. When someone's bothering you, you hate them. That is not real hatred. You're just annoyed. You're not really hating that person. You're just annoyed. That is not real hatred. Real hatred is when they're not bothering you. You're still hating them. Like right now, I don't hate them. I have been bothered by them many times before, to the point of real hatred at the moment. I was really, really wanting to kill them. Because they were waking me up constantly and they were making me really itchy. And there were two of them. So it was a really tough nights. Really hating them. But that was many years ago. So maybe what I'm saying doesn't count then. I don't know. Just don't hate things. Don't hate anything from nature. Wow, it's so beautiful. So extremely funny. I've been sitting here for 20 minutes. So has this little lizard. It's been sitting here forever. Still. And then just now I looked at it. Its head was looking the other way. Was looking at its left side. Its head turned to its left side. And then a fly, which is, I think, this fly. I don't know if you can see it. This fly right here. I think that's... Can you see my finger? Why can't you see my finger? This fly. Oh, where? Here. This fly. Look, it was just gone. Landed on the right side of the lizard. Well, its head was looking at its left side. Turned to its left side. And then I think the lizard felt something, so as soon as the lizard turned its head back to its right, the fly noticed it and flew away. It was so fun to watch. It was so funny. Basically, the lizard, its head was turned to its left side, while the fly landed at its right side. And then the lizard turned its head back. The fly flew away. I think the lizard must have felt, shit. But the lizard is extremely patient, sitting there completely still. I think it's just like me, just sitting here relaxing. Hello, beautiful lizard. This is my favorite lizard. Where is it? I talked about them repeatedly. I like them because they are big. This one is just a young baby, newborn baby. Because they're big and bold. There are many different lizards here. Well, they're not the biggest, actually. And they are really beautiful.
because they have two different colors. The top color is the chocolate color, and the second color is avocado. I love that. They're different lizards. They're much more rare, bigger, but more rare. Like, I never spot them where I can sit and quietly observe. I only have seen them crossing the road. So they cross the road and they disappear. They're bigger. They're big, really long tails. And they're really great. They come in different colors too. And then there's a different type of lizard that can change its color, which I have seen and filmed before from far away. Not really far, it was just less than 2 meters away from my face, but my phone's camera's blurry, so I think you could see it. I filmed it. It could change its color from red to just light orange. I saw it change its color. I think when it's red, it means it feels it's threatened. And I don't really like them because they look like my grandpa, and I don't like to be reminded of him. Ooh, what's going on? Not that I don't like my grandpa. I don't dislike him, but there's nothing special about him that makes me like him, like the rest of my family. We are just two different, opposite kinds of people. We don't get along. There's no one from my family that I ever liked. No one. I wonder if I had a twin or a sibling, what would they be like? Would they be like me, or would they be just like the rest of my family? If I had a sibling, would my life be easier? My dinner, I haven't had eggs for months. I haven't bought raw animal products for months. I have been waiting for it to cool down. I cooked it like 20 minutes ago. I don't like hot food. It burns my mouth. I don't like pain. Other than spicy food, I like that pain. So I talked to my food. Hey, are we cool now? Holy fuck, man. Holy. Oh my god. Hello everyone, this is my dinner tonight. It's also very late. I cooked this almost an hour ago. But I made a long video, I gave a long speech. And this is super delicious. I'm just having the soup itself as dinner. Because I have no carbs, I have no rice, I have no noodles. Just this. It would take 40 minutes to cook rice, and I don't have that time. I don't want to wait. And this is very delicious. I won't tell you how I made it because you won't have the materials to make it. But I can tell you that you can replace this thing which you won't have with cucumbers. Yeah, cucumbers. So basically what I did was first I finely chopped some onions. Second, I think you don't have to do that. That is not normally not expected. Onions, normally you don't use onions in this soup. You can skip that, and then you chop a lot of garlics, especially if you like garlics. You chop many garlics. You can chop a whole clove, like a whole, how do you call that? A whole garlic. I used less than half. I don't know. Because I used onions and I didn't use cucumbers. If you use cucumbers, maybe you shouldn't use onions the first try. You try it without onions first, and then the next time you can try it with onions. Because without the onions, it would be the most original. And then you fry the garlic in oil, abundant amount of oil. Fry the garlic and just fry the garlic, and then you fry 3 eggs for one person. 3 eggs. Fry with abundant oil, and then while the eggs are still in the pot, add water. The best water is boiled water. You can add directly boiled water so that the juiciness from the egg, the deliciousness from the egg can come straight into the water. But you can also just add cold water like I did because I was lazy. So I added cold water, and then you just let it boil with and then cucumbers, obviously. You chop cucumbers and add them in, and then let them boil like for 5 minutes. If you added boiled water, just wait for 5 more minutes. If you added cold water, you have to wait for it to boil and then for 5 minutes. And then it's done. And add one crucial thing is you must have MSG. Otherwise, it will taste different from what I'm having. MSG. And then you add salt. You definitely add less MSG than salt. MSG is what you need only a very small amount of, but like a pinch, maybe 2-3 pinches if you're already used to it, like, because you can just get less and less sensitive about it, because if you use it every day you just need more and more of it, maybe, I don't know, but definitely you have to have it. And then some sweetener. I don't suggest sugar because sugar is not a good thing to have a lot of every day. So I use sweetener, and if you don't want to use sweetener, you can use sugar, whatever, it's your life. And add that a little, just to make the soup taste as if it's fresh. I mean, it is fresh, but if you just add a little bit of sugar, it won't taste sweet, but it will taste like it, as if it's fresher, as if the sweetness came from the vegetables. And it would just taste fresher with that pinch of sugar. It really depends on, I can't tell you how much to add. You have to taste it yourself, because everybody has a different tongue. Yeah, that's it. That's my soup. That's not my soup. I didn't invent this. It's not my recipe. I only invented the spaghetti recipe, not this. Hope you enjoy. I am enjoying it. I especially love the juiciness from the eggs. Juiciness and the greasiness from the delicious greasiness from the eggs. Very great. Let me know if you like it.
Hello. Hi. Good evening. Hello there. You want to jump? You look like you're getting ready to jump. I won't. I'll let you jump. You're so cute, cutie. You keep looking at me. Cute. Cute baby. It looks so much cuter in real life. See his little head. I thought you wanted to get onto me. Yes. Little jumping baby. Jumping monkey. Hello. You don't like that? Can I pet you? No, I cannot pet you. You're so cute. Oh, if only I could pet you. Now your leg's trapped by your... One leg is trapped by its own... silk. Dangling. Hello, Spider-Man. Spider person. Hello, spider. Oh, that's so cool. Spider. You are so cute. I'm sorry. I startled you. I am a good person. Don't worry. I just wanted to poke your forehead. It's so cute. It's seductive. Look at you, so cute.
这个有点像海陵岛的房子，这个阳台。
Cute baby. I'm good. Come back out. The third time I touch you, you wouldn't retreat anymore. You won't. Look at you. Look at you, you're such a beauty. Wow, there's a moth just landed on me. It's a small one and it's gone. Very small. Boo. Think about it. I am good. Very good. Don't worry. Come out of your shell. I am very, very, very good. Look at you. What about now? Would you do it again? You can smell me first. You look so silly. Your eyes are so damn silly. Kinda weird. Looking sideways. Kinda like my grandpa. No, my grandpa looks more like a lizard. Oh my god. You really scared me. You really startled me. I thought you didn't care. You are green. You are full. You have gigantic eyes. As big as your head, they are. Your whole head is made of eyes. Holy. Yeah, you nodded. What? Are you eating something? Here's the dragon. It's not a dragonfly. It's a type of dragonfly, yes. You're not eating anything. Why are you nodding like that? Yum yum. What is it? Are you chewing a chewing gum? You're very, very small. Very small. Here is a dead one. Maybe it's just the skin. I don't know. I think it's just a wing. Are you sick? Why don't you fly away? Normally they never let me this close. Maybe this one is sick, but it looks very healthy. Can you fly? Are you old? Actually, I can see. You can see their tail breathing. Their belly, is breathing. Of course, my belly is also breathing. Are you okay? Are you sick? Can you fly away? It always just lands on the ground. Oh, it's gone. Alright, gone. Gone. This is my favorite alley. How do you pronounce? How do you call this place? This pathway between two giant buildings. It's my favorite place. I like it. I love it here. Holy shit, let me show you something. This lid has been sitting on my table. And since I woke up, I saw this little bug in the lid. That was like hours ago. And just now I checked, the bug is still inside it. So I observed the bug. The bug seems to be searching for a way out, but it only looks, between the floor of the lid and the wall. Look, it's always checking like the crack. There's a little crack between the floor and the wall of the lid. So the bug sticks its little head between the crack between the floor and the lid constantly, all the time. Now it's tired, I think. Holy shit, I need to let it out immediately. Makes me feel so bad for the little bug. I'm so sorry. I didn't care about it because it was a bug. I thought it would get out of it like in no time, and hours after hours, it's still inside. Are you still alive? You're not moving anymore. Oh, it's alive. It's hiding behind now. Now it's walking again. I hope you're not dying. Oh, Jesus. Let me just let it out of the window now. The superpower that I want is to be able to experience food as people or animals that love this specific kind of food the most. For example, when I eat fish, I want to become a cat or a bear. And I would be able to eat the fish raw, exactly like what they would do. Or when I eat the chips, for example, I want to become people that love chips the most. And I'll be able to enjoy, I'll be able to have their tongue or their just appreciation for the food. When I walk outside on the grass, I want to be able to become not become a cow, but being able to eat grass and enjoy it as a grasshopper or a cow. And when I have nuts, I want to become I want my mouth to become like squirrel's tongue. I'll be able to enjoy nuts because they love them so much. They only eat nuts.
that must taste so well for them. And the grass too. I always wonder when you watch the cows eat the grass they eat it so well, like so deliciously, but when you taste it, it's tasteless, it's disgusting to you. Don't you want to like just somehow have the taste buds of a cow and be able to enjoy grass and just be able to enjoy everything? Everything becomes your favorite food. You can enjoy everything. That'd be so great.
Like how there's a spider living inside of my ukulele. I've been playing it for the past days. Just now it came out of the hole. It's a white one. The ones... Oh my god, you gotta come out. You can't live in there. That's why I've been seeing spider webs. I thought, how could you live in there? There's no bugs in there. What do you eat in there? Holy shit. Have you always been in there? Because I had the ukulele in my bed for 2 days and you couldn't have been in there for you can't eat anything in there. Holy shit, I was just playing and then I saw it come out. Where did you go? It's really large in there. It's like a giant airport for a little spider. It's so large in there. Maybe we can see you. It just went back in and now it's gone. I can't see it anywhere. It's a white spider, a long-legged white spider. Very interesting.